So I decided this time to play into round three before I started recording. Just because, I want to spice it up. I don't want to start on round one every time. Maybe next time I'm going to be round 60 and I'm going to start recording. Wouldn't that be quite funny? But anyhow, I enjoy making these videos a lot. I don't have an upload in like a month on my main channel. I've just been kind of taking a break. But that's besides the point. In this video, I kind of wanted to talk about, as you can read in the title, feeling real, and more specifically, feeling present. You know what I mean? Feeling like you're actually there. Because I feel like that's a concept that is talked about a decent amount, right? But I don't know. I think it should be emphasized more because I think a lot of people in our generation can relate to that feeling of not feeling there, feeling like they were just kind of spaced out. And me personally, it's something that I have struggled with big time. Like, it's probably, if I had to name my top three struggles, it would go having too much sex with your mother. And number two would probably be the fact that for most of my childhood, well, maybe more teenagehood, pre-teenhood, if you will, preteen. That's a cool term, right? But during that period of my life, like middle school, late middle school, early high school, I just straight up didn't feel real half the time. And I realized it when I was in eighth grade and I was in Chicago in the hotel room. And I had just had strep throat the week before. And after I had strep throat, I was like, damn, I feel out of it. But that's pretty normal. After you're sick, you usually feel kind of out of it. So I was like, oh, that's pretty normal. And then it continued. I just continued to feel out of it. And maybe me realizing it kind of gave me a placebo effect. But I was always in a state where I felt like I was dreaming. And it wasn't pleasant. I didn't like it. And for a long time, I thought it was something called derealization, depersonalization. And I was just fucked. And that it was just like a genetic mishap and my brain just decided to do that one day. But after kind of getting into self improvement and, the whole idea of overstimulating came into my line of sight, I realized that that might be part of the problem. Is that I'm overstimulating. Because at the time, when I was feeling that, I probably played 8 to 16 hours of video games a day. And that is a wide range, but either end of the spectrum is just a fuck ton of video games. But yeah, that was usually my average screen time was 8 to 16 hours, and that's why I'm a god at Call of Duty Zombies. I'm actually not that good if you see me play later rounds, but that's besides the point. It's a cool game, and I like the perks. They're cool. I wish I had a perk soda machine in my house. But I played a fuck ton of video games to the point where it was an addiction. It wasn't even justifiable as a hobby anymore. It was just a lifestyle and addiction. It was bad, and I realized it, and I thought to myself like, all right, I'm gonna go a week without it, and I literally could not go a week without it, and that's how I knew I was addicted. But then I got really into self improvement, and through self improvement, just being busy with other things in life, I just naturally stopped playing as much. And I started meditating, started being mindful, stopped stimulating as much with social media, and I feel a lot more present. I can say that. Right now, I'm probably like, I guess if you could looked at self improvement as a slope, like a graph, I'm not peak right. Holy fuck, I got ray gun. All right, I'm not peak right now. This is a shit ray gun, but I'll still take it. I'm not peaked right now. Like, I'm not peaks me, not peak self improvement me right now. But I still feel a lot more present in the moment than when I did years ago. But lately, I've been feeling that feeling of not being there again, just not feeling real. So I made it my goal last school hour, to feel more present and like try to keep myself present. And I failed. Like, it completely scratched my mind the moment I got in the class. And I realized you can't really force it. You can't force presence Like, meditation is how you force it, but think about meditation. It literally takes intense concentration, and even then, you still lose your train of thought. So it really is hard. Is that a Galil? No. It really is hard to force being present. So, I failed. That's all right. And now I realize to be present, it's in the subconscious habits of scrolling on your phone, making sure you meditate every night, making sure you're not overstimulating. That's how you feel more present in the moment, how you feel less fuzzy, how you feel less like you're dreaming, because that's the best way to describe it, in my opinion, is it feels like you're dreaming. And also, I think that's a big reason as to why a lot of my generation struggles with, I guess you could say, mental health. I was going to say depression and anxiety, but I'll just say mental health. It's a better just term for it in general. Fuck, I didn't mean to grab that. It's all right. Because we're so overstimulated and we feel so out of it. It really does feel like you just woke up from a nap or you just recovered from being sick, except it's a constant state of being. And when you feel that way, obviously your mental state isn't going to be, I don't know, the best, right? You're going to, honestly, it puts you in the state of dazedness, if that's a word. I think I just made it up. Where you kind of just want to do nothing but scroll and distract your brain. Because, I don't know, it's just like calming. You're kind of already like a lobotomy victim. So why not embrace it? Anyhow, I was thinking it would be kind of cool if in the comments or like through my email, because on my main channel you can find my email pretty easy, or in the comments, of course, send me things to talk about or questions or things you want advice on, input on, just a second word. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I'd enjoy that a lot. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I was thinking about talking more, but I think keeping it concise, the main message of this video being to do the things that make you feel present, because being present is probably one of the best feelings ever. So make sure you're meditating, maybe not even every night, just make sure you meditate often, multiple times a week. Make sure you don't overstimulate. Limit your time on social media. It's a big thing, overstimulating. That will make you not feel real. And when you do these things, you will feel better. You will mentally be clearer. You'll be able to think. You'll be able to be there. So I do encourage you to do this. Check out my main channel if you haven't. I know, a little shameless plug. I plan on uploading soon, and it's going to be quite the cinematic video, because I'm kind of sick of just making videos of me talking. That's what this channel is now. This is the channel where I just talk. Anyhow, these outros always go on for way too long. Sucks you can't watch me play more COD, because I got the ray gun. I bet this will be a pretty good session. I think I'll finish it off. Anyhow, have a good night, and comment anything that you want me to talk about. Goodbye.